What is up, Karma Nation? Welcome back to another edition of our NFL Player Prop Podcast. Today's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. I'm your host, Joey, here with my lovely co-host, Ethan, ready to win you guys and gals some money. Ethan, how's your day going? You got any Thanksgiving plans for us over the weekend or on Thursday?
My day's going well, but I want to first start off the show with something, Joey.
Let's hear it.
There's some concern in Discord, and you don't know this is being brought up, but there was some concern in Discord, and I promised everybody that we would start off this video with calling this Joey support group for Andre Drummond. For those of you that do not know, Joey has a obsession with playing Drummond over points for some odd reason.
I didn't play him last game.
And he keeps missing. So, Joey, for the people, I made them a promise that if there's anything you want to talk about, now's your chance because you are no longer allowed to play Andre Drummond over points ever in a prop again this year.
Is he on the slate today?
Yeah, I believe Philly is playing, yes.
Oh, perfect. Then we got to hurry up and have Joel Embiid come back because sounds like he's a lock to go. He's due. He hasn't gone over in 4 or 5 games, so he's definitely due to not get benched maybe and not maybe get in the foul trouble.
Okay, well, Joey, just make a promise on this pod that you will not play Drummond over points if it's ever over 10.5.
He's playing Milwaukee. That's an easy.
Yeah, that's an
It's a
awful
lock.
matchup.
Lock.
No, it's an awful matchup. Are you kidding me?
Hey,
Him guarding
Last time I touted Andre Drummond, he was 9.5 points. So
Yeah, he still missed.
hey, I'll promise as long as it's not double figures, I won't bet it. But he sucks, so it keeps going down. So
Yeah, I was gonna say he's awful.
let's see, what is he on this? I haven't looked at him. Let's see real quick.
Literally, his last 4 games, he's gone 9, 6, 4, 6, and then Pacers he went for 11, and then 4 points. Like, come on, Joey.
Is he on Prizepicks? I'm trying to look him up real quick.
I don't know the
I don't
answer.
see him. Maybe Joel Embiid's coming back. I haven't looked.
Oh, they're playing the Warriors tonight at Golden State.
What's this? Oh, this was I was looking at the Pistons. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're drunk. That's okay. It's the day before Thanksgiving. We can drink it up. I'll be drunk in about 3 hours. So, but I'm ready for some football tomorrow, Joey.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk some football today on this pod. Tired of a little what is it? 3-day break, 2-day break.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving football, nothing better. Just sit back, relax. 3 hours, 3 games, 9 hours worth of football. Don't have to deal with any family. Just sit there on your butt all day watching football, gambling. Nothing better.
I'll make a bet with you, Joey. Well, for the people out there, take it to the bank. The Bears beat the Lions.
Well, that's
It happens every Thanksgiving.
well, Lions haven't won a game yet, so that seems like a pretty good. And they got Andy Dalton under center. Andy Dalton's elite, right?
Yeah, what could go wrong? I do want to apologize, Joe, before getting to Thursday's game real quick. I do have an apology for the people out there.
Let's hear it.
Uh,
Apologize.
last week I said Tyrod Taylor over passing yards was a lock.
I got
play.
screwed over
So
by that.
when we made this video, the weather was not as bad as it was on Sunday.
Excuses.
So obviously the Texans were winning, so game script flipped completely.
Yeah, what was up with that too? What was that? They played the Titans.
Yeah, the weather was just really bad. So Titans were 10-point favorites going into that game. Texans obviously won pretty handily. They barely threw it in the second half. Why do that when you can run? It was raining, so again, they couldn't really pass the ball either. So I do apologize to the people who followed me on that play. I played it myself. I lost a lot of money. When I saw the weather report Sunday morning, I told people, please do not play him anymore because I'm not as confident as him going over due to the rain that was forecasted. And unfortunately, he did go under. So for the people out there, I do apologize. The picks that we have for you tomorrow, I love a ton. Joey, I think you'll love it a ton. We're going to go over the projection portal today. So let's win back some money tomorrow for the people.
Well, great news. Tyrod Taylor plays every Sunday, so you just look at his Sunday game. It's the Jets.
I'm not touching.
So it's raining, but they're in Houston, so we don't have to worry about the weather there. So win back, double down on Tyrod Taylor this week, like I did with Drummond. Eventually he'll go over. He can't go under every game, especially if they keep lowering his prop. Right? That's how you play it. Just keep doubling down.
Much.
Yeah, double
Pretty
down, triple
much.
down, quadruple down until they eventually go over.
Yeah.
Because they
Right.
can't screw you 10 times in a row.
No.
No, that's why
No.
we're playing
So,
Drummond over today.
God, no. Joey will be muted in Discord, so do not worry.
Hey,
Uh,
I'll kick anyone who says not to play Drummond.
yeah. Well, Joey, let's go ahead and kick off tomorrow's games then. I know there's a prop that you like a lot, and I love a lot too, that you're going to talk about with David Montgomery. But let's go ahead and hear your top two plays for tomorrow.
All right, so my top two plays. I see we're skipping over the nice intros we always do with the props predictor record and the package details, but we don't have to sell any of that, so we can just
Yeah,
move right
save
along if
it.
you say.
Yeah, save it at the end.
Yeah, stay for the whole
I'm
thing.
I'm ready for tomorrow, Joey. Like I said, I love this Montgomery play that you're going to talk about a lot. So I'm ready to
Yeah,
get this show on the road.
yeah. Stay to the end. We have a discount code for you at the end of the pod, so that's get you a certain amount of dollars off. So stay to the end of the pod; it'll be worth it, and you get to get some free money plays because we're not missing again, right?
No,
No.
no,
All
I
right.
feel comfortable
So,
tomorrow.
and Thanksgiving, everyone wins on Thanksgiving. According to Twitter, no one loses on Thanksgiving. So everyone wins. Everyone wins at NBA is a thing on Twitter, and everyone wins at Thanksgiving slates. So we'll get right into it for these locks of tomorrow. So what I'm looking at is in the Bears Lions game for both of the props. David Montgomery over 72.5 rushing yards. On the books, they're 79.5, so you're getting a little discount there. We haven't projected for right on that 79 mark, so might as well play him there instead of the books. He's coming off two rough games against two really good run defenses against the Steelers and the Ravens. He was very low last week. I was pretty surprised. What was his prop? Wasn't it like 48?
50, no, it was 58.5, I believe.
58.5. He did squeak over there. I know that was a pretty popular pick, but it was against the Ravens, so I didn't really want to trust it there, but he was low enough to play him.
He went over one by 1 yard, I believe.
Yeah, so barely squeaked over. So we're gonna play him again this week. A little higher this week, 72.5 rushing yards, but much worse run defense. It's the Lions. They've given up back-to-back 100-yard games. That was against Nick Chubb and Najee Harris. So two good running backs, but David Montgomery's a great running back as well. He was compared to the greats coming out of college. He's kind of finally showing it last season, and then this season he had 200-yard games before he got hurt, so 50% of the time he was going over that 100-yard mark until he got hurt, comes back, plays the Steelers and the Ravens, two AFC North teams which are very good defensively. So now he's got a cupcake matchup against the NFC North instead of the AFC North against the Lions. We already saw Montgomery go over against them for 100 yards right before he got injured. I think he got injured in that game and did not finish it, so he could have gone for even more on 23 rush attempts. Expect similar game script, similar efficiency. Expect a great game from Montgomery this week, as long as Andy Dalton doesn't screw anything up. But seems like Justin Fields screws it up a little more. And without a rushing quarterback, he's more likely to get some more carries.
Yeah, I love that play a ton, Joey.
Yeah.
You talked about it. Detroit has the second worst rush defense in the NFL, just behind your lovely Chargers. They're giving up
Hey,
104.5
last
yards.
week, prime time, we showed up.
Yeah, you did. But, it's just a really bad rush defense, like you talked about. This is probably my second favorite play of the week. I'll talk about my favorite play once you're done. But lock in Montgomery and a lot of your props this week because I love this play.
I do like your play a little better. Projections Portal does like it compared to my play, but you stole it, so I couldn't go with it. So I'm going to go with a game script play on the other side of the field. TJ Hawkinson over 4 receptions. He should be 4.5 like he is on the books. I wouldn't like this play as much at 4.5 because I expect him definitely to get 4 receptions, so you should at least be able to get the tie. They have played the Bears earlier, just like David Montgomery played the Lions, so of course Hawkinson's played the Bears already. He went for 4 receptions on 8 targets, which was actually one of the least amounts he got. This Bears defense is worse, especially on the defensive line, so the pass rush should be a little better for either Goff or whoever that other quarterback is that sucked last week. We don't have to worry about him, but Goff is expected to play. I know Prizepicks does not have his props up yet, so we're just waiting on that news. But I don't think the quarterback matters in this matchup because last game he did have 6 receptions. So on 8 targets, I believe. So doesn't matter the quarterback if they're good or bad. I guess both quarterbacks are bad, but Goff's a little better at least. He's starter quarterback. Can rack up some yards too. So doesn't matter really the quarterback. He's averaging 5.5 receptions on 7.5 targets per game, and going over or tying in 70% of the games this season. So expect them to be trailing. Expect targets for Hawkinson as long as he can haul them in. He should be fine. So perfect game script play. Get the winning team get their running back over rushing yards, and the losing team get their top target over receptions. Easy cash as long as the Bears don't screw anything up and get down just like the Titans did to us last week. So
Yeah.
bad team versus semi bad team with a decent game manager quarterback. So expect them not if the Bears have the lead, expect them to run a bunch just because they don't want Andy Dalton passing that much, and expect the Lions to have to pass a ton to Swift and Hawkinson. So that's what I'm looking
That's
at for the early game. So that 12:30 EST game, you can lock in a play there. So we'll probably on our Discord have a play for every single game, at least one prop in each game, just so you can sweat at least one per game.
yeah. Yeah, looking at our projections, Joey, yeah, I think we have some high props for each game, so that probably sounds about right. I want to talk about a guy, Joey, that rates very well in our projections. That's Josh Jacobs, over 16.5 receiving yards.
Let's pull up
Uh,
these projections for the
yeah,
folks
if
real
you don't
quick.
mind, Joey, pull up the projections real quick because I'm going to talk about the
All
projections.
right, let's see. I
Um,
got it up right here. Hopefully, this is
okay.
showing up well for you folks because this is the first time trying. So we got one prop over 100% differential percentage, and that's the backup running back to the guy you're talking about. But
Yeah,
I see him
which
right. Let me highlight him for the folks. There you go. Now let's talk about the beautiful Josh Jacobs.
All right, so Josh Jacobs, in the last 3 weeks since the bye week, and I don't know if this has to do with the coaching change or not, Joey, because I don't really remember when Gruden got axed. I know it was at least 2 weeks ago, maybe
It
three
was
weeks ago.
definitely in October because I saw. I think it was in October. It actually might have been November. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see
Well,
here.
anyways, in the last 3 weeks, though, since the bye week, he has 16 targets, and he's been over this number in 7 out of games this year. One thing I've noticed is they are using him a lot more in the passing game lately than they did earlier this year. I don't know if that's because of the coaching change. I don't know if it's because they've been losing a lot lately. But even in the games that they won against Eagles and Broncos, he still went over pretty easily, 29 and 39 receiving
And a
yards in
lot of
those games.
times it's in the first half he's going over because in that fourth quarter, if they're losing, they do run Kenyon Drake, which is why he's the number one play on here. But they try to get a high some targets to Jacobs early, get him in open space because the running sometimes is not the best. So they're getting Jacobs in the ball early. So you could see a first half, first quarter
Yeah.
hit for this prop.
Yeah, so like I said, I like Kenyon Drake too. I'm just going with kind of the safer option, which is Jacobs, who seems to get more volume in the passing game. But I truly believe Drake and Jacobs can both go over in this game. And if you look at our portal, like you highlighted, the percentage difference is 53.45% difference for Jacobs, which is over 50%. And Joey, I think you have the numbers in front of you. Our over 50% hit rate is really good, isn't it?
I have the NBA one in front of me.
Okay.
That's 9, 2, and 1. So 9 hits, 2 losses, and 1 push since we started tracking it. Not last week, but the week before, midweek. We finally figured out the formula to start tracking these. So yeah, for NBA, it's 9, 2, and 1. I do not have the NFL numbers in front of me right now, but
Well,
NBA's been killing it, even
yeah.
more than NFL. So those NBA projections have been spot on so far. NFL has been too, but I don't have those numbers right in front of me.
Yeah. So anything over 50%, I mean, even really anything over 40% is really good too. But Jacobs, to me, just everything points to the over there. So I like that play a lot. And I'm personally pairing Jacobs with Montgomery for my 2 for 2 cash play for Thursday night. I mean, for Thursday football, Turkey Day. There are two guys that you're not going to see on the projections for a reason that I want to talk about. Because I've had people DM me since yesterday, and it's a very popular play which Joey and I talked about pre-pod that we're not going to support one bit, and we actually hid both players off of our projections, and that is Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. There was a report that came out that Mike Burrito would have more of a role this Thursday in the game. which to me is very concerning. The head coach said it on his radio podcast. Joey sent me the link this morning. Last week, Matt Breida had played 32% of the snaps. Zach Moss played 29%. Devin Singletary 38%. That is a three-person rotation out of that backfield, Joey, which
Three-headed
screams stay
monster.
away.
Do not want to play those.
Yeah. And if you're talking Breida getting more snaps, and he's already at 32% last week, so say you move that up to 50%, are you looking at 25-25 Singletary Moss? Are you looking at
I would
50-50?
I would say 40-40-20 is my guess, and whoever's the better back between Singletary and Moss will get that 40%, and then the worst one will get 20% is my guess, and then Breda for some reason is going to get 40%. He is very fast. I know that. They loved him in San Francisco, even though everyone does well in San Francisco.
My personal opinion is one of Singletary or Moss will go over receiving yards. I feel confident in that. Could both? Yes. But do I feel confident in both going over? No. And here's why. Moss, in the last 2 weeks, 0 catches, only 1 target. But if you look at his previous games, he hit 6 out of 7 games to go over. So what's going on in the last 2 weeks? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. Matt Breida has entered the rotation. Literally, Matt Breida has not played up until the last 2 weeks.
Hey, he played week 1.
Okay, he played week 1. And guess who did not play week 1? Zach
Moss, healthy scratch. There were some weird healthy scratches week 1.
Yeah, so if I'm guessing, I think Singletary probably goes over. Moss does not. But
this is my guess as well.
And I will admit, both of their receiving yards projected very well in the portal. They were actually 2 and 3. So they both were between Drake and Pollard. But I cannot support anyone playing those two. It's very risky if you choose you want to play. But for people who are with Karma and view these projections, Joey and I made a decision to hide those props from the portal just because I didn't want someone playing Moss and then all of a sudden he plays 1 snap and boom, you lose.
Yeah, and it seems like the ones we tell you not to play are the ones we hide do normally miss. Like Monday night, you said to not play Blake Griffin over 6.5 points, and guess what? He got benched the whole second half after he picked up 3 fouls in the first half, and they're like, nah, let me just bench the rest of the half.
So Joey, now you bring this up. So here's the crazy thing: the last 2 NBA not games, but days, there's been 5 props that have missed out of the top 10 on each day. So out of 20 props, 5 have missed. Of the 5 that have missed, I've told people not to play those 5
because all 5 were Andre Drummond, right?
No, Blake Griffin, Smart was 1. Drummond was, I think, 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I think he was 2 of them for sure in the top 10.
Yeah. Kemba was another one. Bledsoe was another one. But yeah, so we always, before we post these projections, Joey and I always double check them to make sure they look right, they make sense. Because some people will blindly follow these and just plug in the top 2. That's fine. But we want people to kind of use it for research, kind of help them make a good decision. So that's one thing and that's one reason why we feel we need to hide Moss and Singletary, just because we did not feel confident enough in their usage for this Thursday, how they would be used, to have them as number 2, number 3 on the portal, knowing people will look at it and play them in almost every prop. And then,
yeah, especially NFL, because the Steelers game, was that Monday or Sunday night, had James Washington as a top. I guess that was Sunday night because it was a Chargers game. Had James Washington. Yeah, we said not to play that prop. That was the top prop. He wasn't getting many snaps, many routes run, because they like Ray McLeod in the slot instead. But he was still the top prop. I think it was 50%. We said not to play it, but we did not hide it, so it still counts towards our record. But he did get 2 receptions and barely went under. But that was just because they were losing by so much. Just because Chargers got my Gates jersey on. Chargers are just too good. So, of course, the Steelers are going to be losing.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right.
Then the next 2, Cook and Claypool both went over. So, don't always blindly follow them. We hide one. Usually the next 2 hit. Because you need the human aspect to projections as well.
Correct. So, But yeah, so Montgomery rushing yards, Jacobs receiving yards. Those are my top two. Looking at the board, Joey, I know you're on Jacobs receiving yards too.
He's been money.
Uh,
The projections love him every single slate, and he just
yeah.
keeps going over.
So you have Ezekiel Elliott receiving yards at 17.5. That's the money this year. That
Pollard
comes
hit
in.
for us last week. We had a prop with Pollard. Receiving
Yeah.
yards that hit for
So
us with ease.
I think both are fine. We're going to leave them on the board. There is reports that Dallas wants to run the ball more this week. They're playing Vegas. You can run all over Vegas if you want. They don't have the best
And
defense.
they have a great secondary and pass rush. That's what they're great at. So if Lamb is out, I feel like Pollard and Zeke both go over with ease because they'll probably have Casey Hayward shadowing Michael Gallup, and even if CeeDee Lamb does play, Nate Hobbs in the slot has been great this season. So and with the pass rush doing so well, I think is Tyron Smith out. I believe.
Yes, he is. I believe
That's
so.
gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt pass projections as well. So expect Pollard and Zeke, even with Lamb. I think those are both great plays, just because that pass rush is gonna get to him. So expect dump offs. I assume the running backs get
Well, I take that
50
back.
or more receiving yards.
Tyron Smith is going to play. He was a full practice yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. So even with them, they have the best edge rushers in the league. Best
Yeah.
pairing based off of just pressure getting to the quarterback. So even with Smith playing, both sides are. I mean, the Cowboys line's been great the past couple weeks. Getting I forgot Lionel Collins off suspension. Since he's been back, they've been better. But we'll see that offense versus defensive line, one of the best in the league on both sides. So we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be exciting to see that matchup. And I still expect, since Cooper is out and Lamb, I mean, he got a concussion. I mean, I don't know how he's already back on Thursday, but we've seen that before with Daniel Jones, and he came out and sucked. But allegedly, you're supposed to not have a concussion if you can clear protocol, so it doesn't matter. But maybe they're still a little foggy. So even with
Yeah.
Lamb playing, I still expect both running backs to have an easy time, even if they want to rush. They'll still have some easy dump offs because 11.5 receiving yards and 17.5 receiving yards isn't too hard to get. Just a couple
Yeah.
dump offs.
I
Expect that
mean,
with
if
the
you
pass
truly
rush.
want, yeah, if you want a fun GPP play Drake over receiving yards. Play Pollard over receiving yards. Play Jacobs over receiving yards. Play Elliott over receiving yards.
What an
High chance all
interesting
four
prop.
hit.
Starting
Yeah.
starting running backs and backup running backs, both receiving yards overs.
Yeah. All over. Boom. And, the lines are so low that it just takes one catch and they can easily go over. Because a lot of times their catch is a screen pass or a, short 7 yard pass, 6 yard pass. What can you do after that catch?
It's when
Type of play.
you get that -5, -6 yard catch that really screws you. So that's
Yeah.
why normally I'd league in receptions, but they do not have running back receptions up right now. But I still love them. Let's check the books here. We got Zeke at 20 receiving yards on the books. He's 17.5, so it's a small discount there. We got Drake at 11.5, so another small discount there. Jacobs at 21.5, so that's the biggest discount
Ooh.
there, 5 so far. And Pollard at 13.5. So most of them are about a 2 or 3 discount, and Jacobs is at that 5 discount. So Jacobs is definitely the biggest edge compared to the books. And let's see, Drake is the biggest edge for us compared to raw difference percentage and differential percentage. Raw difference and differential percentage. So all four of those guys, it seems like running back receptions, receiving yards a lot, just because of the low number. But they've been accurate as well. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes on Thursday.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So that's all I want to talk about on the portal, though, Joey. If you want to talk about records, I know there's a promo code that you cannot wait to tell people about.
Yep. Exciting news. Now that we touted the projections. How do you get those projections? I mean, you hear about them, but you try to sign up, you don't know where to go. So let's tell them where to go.
Right.
First, we got a Discord. Do you know the Discord link? Remember that?
DFS Karma / chat.
Well, you need the .com as well.
I did say .com.
You just said DFS Karma slash.
No, .com / chat. Same thing.
Hey, type in DFS Karma slash chat. You don't know what pops up. So dfskarma.com / chat. That's your Discord link. Free Discord link. We also have premium channel channels as well in that free Discord. So as long as you're in the free Discord, you never miss out on content. I post spreadsheets a lot based off of the projections. I'll post those projections, just screenshot of them. If I don't have time for the spreadsheets, I'll just throw that in the free channel just every once in a while, just to let you guys know what we're liking, because we like to give out gifts sometimes. So we'll give out free content every once in a while in there. But if you want that daily, every single day, reliable content, join dfskarma.com/props. That brings you right into the monthly checkout page right there. $35 a month. But guess what? We got a promo code for you. Promo code TURKEY for Thanksgiving. Turkey, is that your favorite dish at the dinner table?
No, mac and cheese for me.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, I can demolish some mac and cheese.
I don't know
turkey
what Travis is doing saying turkey. It should have been mac and cheese.
Yeah, yeah. So, but what, 25% off, Joey?
25% off. So instead of $35 a month, can you do that quick math for me?
$28 and something change.
It's close. It's $26. $26.25, I believe. So save about $9 right there for the first month, but it's only for that first order. So perfect time to join the year long if you want. That bumps $300 down to $225 a month. $225 a year, sorry. So what is that, $35 a month? Instead, you're getting it for, let's pull out the calculator real quick because I can't do that quick maths. So 225 divided by 35, that's only 6 months worth of the package right there. So it's basically 50% off compared to getting that monthly. So great deal right there. So instead of 25% off, it's basically 50% off if you get the year-long sub. And especially if you get weekly, that's $40 a month, basically. That's $10 a week for weekly. So that's even better deal. So perfect time to join. Promo code TURKEY. That gets you 25% off your first order. So first week, first month, or first year, you sign up. Get you projections, get you in our premium channels in Discord, get you those official plays, get you those spreadsheets as well. So perfect time to join. And on the season for NBA, I don't have the NFL numbers in front of me. NBA, well, since we started tracking, I guess 10 days ago, 50% and above is 9-2-1, and then 30% to 50% differential percentage is 52-29-4. So great rate right there. If you're just randomly pairing them together, you're still getting that profit. But I suggest whenever those 50% or above pop up to lock those in, because that hit rate's been insane so far. But obviously there's not a ton of them, just because, there's not always that big off percentage right there, because we've only had 12 so far. And luckily on Monday we had 2 of those. We had Rudy Gobert over points and Spencer Dinwiddie over rebounds. Both those popped up at over 50%. Locked those in for a nice cash play, $100 and $300. We're sitting pretty. So yeah, I think that's all we have for you today. Got the Discord link, got the package link.
Yeah. Well, enjoy some football tomorrow. Enjoy some turkey. Eat a lot. Drink a lot. And then, Joey, we'll be back, next Monday?
Next Monday, yeah. We got Thanksgiving off. We got Friday off, and we don't have weekend pods. So, yeah, enjoy that.
Awesome.
List your top 5 favorite dishes at the Thanksgiving table. What are you throwing on your plate? What are you?
Mac and cheese, rolls, ham.
Oh, you're a ham guy over turkey?
I like turkey too. Ham, turkey, and throw me some
cranberry sauce. You a cranberry sauce guy?
Yeah, let's do some cranberry sauce. That sounds pretty good.
Well, now I'm starving. I haven't eaten today, so me too. What I'm usually throwing on there is mac and cheese, of course, cranberry sauce, of course. Then throw a meat on there. I usually go both turkey and ham as well. Throw some gravy on top of that. Mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes. Put both those on there. Throw a little gravy on there as well. Stuffing as well. I load that plate. Oof. I probably don't eat all day and just scrump. I'm excited. Favorite holiday for sure. Once you get older, start liking food a little more, getting a little fatter. You start liking Thanksgiving a little more. So I'm excited. And we will see you guys next week.
All right, guys, I'm out. See you.
We'll see you next week. Enjoy those profits from our props.
All right.